welcome to Up All Night with Dad. I have a good one for you tonight, guys. I have a lot of opinions on movies. My friends know I'm always at work talking about all the different types of movies that I'm watching and movies in the past that, how they affected me or what I think about them. And I have some popular opinions and I have some unpopular opinions. And tonight I'm going to talk about Twilight and why I think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's literally torture trying to watch these films. So I'm gonna put up a poll and let me know. Did you like Twilight or did you not like Twilight? There's a little bit of a backstory to it, and one day I will actually probably make a video about that, about how I ended up watching Twilight and how it ended up coming into my life. I was looking for a book for my ex-wife, and I was in Barnes and Nobles and I found the Twilight books, and I thought that I was making a great decision, and in hindsight it was one of the most controversial decisions of my life because I didn't know I was going to have to watch 5 of the worst films I've ever seen. But here we go. Reason number 1 that I don't like Twilight, or that I think it's a bad film, is that the most important thing is that they're not actually vampires. Let me get rid of this glare off of here. I might be squinting a little bit. They're not actually vampires. These people do not drink blood. They kind of drink blood. They got like animal blood, like vegetarian vampires, which is crazy to me. 2, they're like kind of kosher with werewolves. They like, you defend that part of the town and we'll defend that part of the town. There's like literally a whole entire series where like vampires and werewolves like fight each other to the death. But in Twilight, it's like, okay, they're kind of like, you got these hot vampires over here, and Bella's kind of like torn between them and everything like that, and it's like super cringe. Okay. And third, I was already like kind of like angry and upset because these fools like don't drink blood and they're kind of like friendly with friendly with werewolves. And then like Edward like walks outside and starts to like glow. I thought this fool was about to die. Okay, he just starts glittering, and I was like, I told my ex, I was like, I can't do this. I'm like, they don't even die when they walk outside. Like, so they don't drink blood. They're friendly with werewolves, and they like glitter and they become beautiful. They're like beautiful immortals. Okay, they're not even vampires. And I'm like, if you're going to do a vampire movie, okay, they should be vampires. It's like the author of the book wanted to have the darkness and the aura of like vampires without actually the consequences of trying to freaking date a vampire, and like 2, Bella's like one of the most toxic characters I've ever seen, okay, in a movie. She's like, she's just like the most, I don't even want to say emo, it's not the right word, but she's like terrible. She's like terrible. She's like leading Jacob on, and you got like Team Jacob, Team Edward, or whatever. This girl, everybody's like mad at Jacob, and she's over here like, making him think that, she's interested when she's really not. So it's like hard to root for her, okay, even though it's hard for me to root for Shark Boy over here as well, because I'm like, he looks crazy. They gave him this medium shirt. It's like we need to make Taylor Lautner look really big and everything like that. Let's give him like the smallest t-shirt we could find so we can have like his muscles and everything, so oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I'm in my closet because my kids are asleep. I don't want to wake them up. So for the time being, until I get a better studio, we're going to be inside of Chris's closet shooting the videos. So, and then the third reason, I have more and I could go on forever, and it's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but there's some that are pretty close. The Fast and the Furious, the Star Wars prequels. I'm going to do some videos. Actually, in the comments, let me know which one of those you'd like me to talk about next, because I could go all day about those. It's actually my own personal version of hell, is if I had to like rotate watching those series right there. I couldn't do it. You couldn't pay me enough money to watch these 5 films, any of the Fast and the Furious. There's like one decent Fast and the Furious, or the Star Wars prequels. But the dialogue in this movie is so painfully cringe. Like, I like Alice. Alice is the only character I can deal with, but every time anybody else opens their mouth, it drives me absolutely crazy. I mean, everybody's like, oh, but Jacob, he's so romantic. He's, quoting Shakespeare. I'm like, yeah, because he's been in school for like 100 something years. I would hope that he could quote Shakespeare. And why is he stalking girls in a high school? Okay, like, Bella's the most beautiful girl in the world. Why isn't he in like France or, some kind of foreign country trying to fall in love? You know what I mean? He's over here in like Oaks. I can't remember the name. It was Washington. You know, out of all the states in the United States, we're going to Washington. I mean, it's beautiful, but I'm just saying, like, choices were made with this film, and anytime they talk, they're like out in the forest, and he's like, "What do we eat?" And she's like, "Humans," and I was like, oh, just my skin crawls. I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. I've had people like, oh no, you should watch it with me. I know it's terrible. I'm like, no, you don't want me to watch this movie with you because you're going to fight me afterwards because I can't do it. The Room is almost better in some ways than the Twilight films. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little bit animated just talking about it. So, yeah, Twilight, not not one of my favorite movies. There's a lot of, there is some cinematography things that I liked. There's a scene, I think it's in the third movie, where she's like sitting in the chair because she's the most dramatic person ever in the whole history of films, and she's just so torn. She can't talk to Jacob, and the camera's rotating around her, and they show the passage of time. Thought that was kind of cool. There's also another shot where they're showing how fast they all can run when the chick with the red hair, the vampire, is chasing the black dude, and there's like a bird eye view. That was kind of cool, but like those, scenes, those pieces are few and far between in this film, and it's just not worth it. I implore you, if you have never seen Twilight, do not watch it. Okay, don't do it. You can do much better. Spend your time other ways. Read a book. I can recommend you other films, other better films with vampires. That might. God, I can. They're almost all better. Almost all of them are better. But tell me what you think. Do you agree? Is Twilight a good movie? Is it a bad movie? What do you think about Bella being the most, well, not, I don't think she's the most toxic character ever, but she's pretty toxic. And don't you think that this should have some kind of characteristics of vampires? I know Blade didn't really, kill people, but I mean, they at least explained it away in a decent way. I don't like the excuses that they gave these fools in this movie. So if you like the video,